Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sangat Ji, we heard about the torture and shahidiyan of Gursikhs ordered by the powerful Zakaria Khan. Due to the greed for the reward offered for the head of a Singh, this was a time when some would kill their own daughters because of the long hair. They would wreck the face so you couldn't tell who it was, and then you'd bring it to Zakaria Khan and say ki eta ek Sikh naujawan si, just for the 50 rupee reward. Soon we will hear about his death, Zakaria Khan's death, and for sure Sangat Ji, with all this blood on his hands, it will be a death that matches the horror that he had caused. During these times of genocide, it was not just innocent Sikh Sangat that were targeted. Hor dharma de bhi bahut shaheed kitte gaye si. One story that comes to mind is and shows the extreme nature of the Mughal regime is the Shaheedi of Haqiqat Rai, a Hindu boy who only aged 12 years old was made Shaheed. Gyani Gyan Singh details the story in Naveen Pant Prakash. Haqiqat Rai lived in the town Sialkot and was the son of Pagamal, who enrolled his son Haqiqat to study at the local Masjid, taught by a Maulvi as was the practice back then. One day, with the Maulvi absent from the classroom, there was a small fight between some of the boys and Haqiqat Rai. During this fight, the Muslim boys swore and cursed the Hindu Devi Bhavanee, and Haqiqat Rai, being Dharmi, as you would, he got angry, and he replied saying, "How would you feel if I said the same about Prophet Muhammad and his family?" This was just an argument between some boys. But when the Maulvi came back into the classroom, ek Musliman munde ne Maulvi kol shikayat kiti, saying that Haqiqat Rai had disrespected and swore at the Prophet. Hearing this, the Maulvi burst out in anger, and Haqiqat Rai was taken to the local Qazi, who ordered Haqiqat Rai to be jailed in the Banda Khane. Haqiqat Rai's family tried to intervene, but they were also frightened as they knew that this now lay in the hands of the corrupt Mughal regime. Eventually, he was brought into the court of Zakaria Khan for his hearing, and when he was asked if what he had said was true, being strict in his dharam, he told the truth, that he only meant to stop the other boys from cussing his dharam. Still not paying any attention to the appeals from the Hindu Diwans and the family of Haqiqat Rai, the cruel regime sentenced Haqiqat Rai to death. He was given the option to convert to Islam, but Haqiqat Rai, this young boy of 12 years old, instead of choosing a comfortable life as a converted Muslim, he chose to accept death, which caused a lot of commotion in the city. But still, no one could stop his sentencing, and Haqiqat Rai, he was beheaded. Every year in his town, events are held to mark his Shaheedi. This is how corrupt the system was then, but most of Zakaria Khan's efforts were directed towards the Singhs. As we heard last week, no Sikh of the Guru was safe anymore. Back to Amritsar Sahib in the mid-1730s, even the great Bhai Mani Singh Ji, who was respected by all faiths, the head Granthi of Darbar Sahib, could no longer stay based in Sri Harmandir Sahib. Instead, they lived at a Premi's house nearby, fixated in their bhajan bandagi, accepting the hukum of Akal Purkh Waheguru. In these years, other Sikh generals such as Jathedar Nawab Kapur Singh Ji and the Singhs travelled to the Malwa region of Punjab and were welcomed by Baba Aala Singh Ji. They set up their dera at Tikrewale, and Baba Aala Singh Ji, along with other Sikh Sangat of Malwa, done a lot of seva for the Singhs. Raja Aala Singh had the Savand gathered from a number of years, and to welcome the Singhs, he presented this all in front of Nawab Kapur Singh Ji to use for the Singhs. The Gursikhs continued doing prachar here, and there was a great diwan on Bhadro Di Sangrant in the year 1736, where thousands were blessed with Amrit Di Daat, including Raja Aala Singh and his army, with Nawab Kapur Singh Ji doing seva in the Panj Pyari themselves. In happiness of this, Raja Aala Singh arranged a Sri Akhand Path Sahib, and on the day of the Bhog, many shastras, clothes, horses and money was given to the Singhs. Out of respect and memory of Nawab Kapur Singh Ji coming to his home, Raja Aala Singh dug up a new water well at Tikrewal, where Nawab Kapur Singh Ji stayed, and the whole population of the area celebrated this special day. Nawab Kapur Singh Ji, sometimes having to travel miles and miles, spent his time regrouping the scattered Singhs, who then began to plan their attacks against the Mughal regime. Injured Singhs got their wounds attended to, and the Singhs started to regroup again. The Khalsa also sorted out nearby Mughal stronghold during this time, and then Nawab Kapur Singh Ji expressed his desire to head back for Darshan Ishnan of Sri Harmandir Sahib. When Raja Aala Singh Ji heard about this, he requested Nawab Kapur Singh Ji to remove one more thorn from his foot for him, the corrupt regime of the nearby Sirhind. Sangaji Sirhind was a great stronghold for the Mughal regime, a separate power controlling 22 areas, and in the times of Wazir Khan, said to be more beautiful and lively than Lahore. The Mughal leaders would also travel and stay here throughout the years. However, Sangaji, whenever a Sikh hears about the town of Sirhind, automatically the blood starts to boil. The land where such a pap was committed, where Dhan Baba Zorawar Singh Ji and Dhan Baba Fateh Singh Ji were bricked alive. Baba Banda Singh Ji in the year 1710 Sirhind nu Fateh ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ. But this was just the start of this punishment that Sirhind would have to face due to this great sin. In the future episodes, we will hear how the Singhs led by Jathedar Jassa Singh Ahluwalia attacked Sirhind as well. But for now, Nawab Kapur Singh Ji gathered all the Singhs and said कि Khalsa Ji, आज साडियां अखां मूरे are the walls that were used to brick alive the jewels of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj. Now, let's complete our farj and show that the Khalsa has not forgotten. Still, the corrupt regime here has not learned its lesson and are constantly attacking our Sikh brothers. Now we will complete Guru Sahib's bachan and destroy Sirhind to ruins. These Biras Wale bachan of Jathedar Sahib Ji caused so much Shakti to be felt in each Singh that they attacked Sirhind at once, and the enemies had no chance as they fled for their life or were destroyed one by the Singhs, who would only see one scene in front of them, the bricking alive of the Sahibzadey. Holding flags of victory, the Singhs went to the treasury and took control of hundreds and thousands of treasure that had been readied to send to Delhi. This was now the second time that Sirhind was plundered by the Khalsa. Eventually, Sangaji, the Singhs started to make their way back towards Amritsar Sahib. As they would travel, they would stay and do seva of many Gurdwara asthans that had deteriorated over the years. The Singhs also wanted to make sure that the Jod Mela of Diwali would be held at Amritsar Sahib, keeping with Maryada started from the Guru's times themselves. But in these dark times, some years this would not happen, causing a lot of dukh in the Sikh Qaum. Whenever the Singhs would approach Amritsar Sahib, Zakaria Khan would also regroup and call on his top officers to act, such as Diwan Lakhpat Rai, Jaspat Rai, Abdul Samund Khan, Qutbuddin, Karamuddin, Salabat Khan, Haibat Khan, and others who would get ready to attack the Singhs. This happened a number of times and many jungs took place. One example is Baasarkey di Rai, where having had Ishnan at Taran Sahib, the Singhs set up camp, and a force of 7,000 led by Lakhpat Rai attacked the Singhs out of the blue. Zakaria Khan was enraged that when he heard about Sirhind being destroyed by the Singhs. And also he knew that the Singhs had taken the Khajana and the Mughal forces surrounded the Singhs. Nawab Kapur Singh Ji at that point called upon the Naujawan Jassa Singh Ahluwalia to lead a Jatha to take the Khajana to a place of safety. The rest of the Singhs under the command of Nawab Kapur Singh Ji distracted the Mughals and fought bravely, allowing Jassa Singh time to take away the Khajana. Even though the Singhs were heavily outnumbered, they were highly trained to fight in the jungle environments. That was their home ground, you could say. During this Jang Sangaji, Mughal commanders Salabat Khan, Qutbuddin were some of the Mughals that were killed. Seeing this, Lakhpat Rai was just about to order his forces to retreat when Mughal reinforcements arrived. The battle changed hands very quickly and the Singhs did a Gurmata to escape. The Mughals would say that they had won since the Singhs had to run, but the truth is the Singhs were thinking about the bigger picture. This was all part of their plan. 1. The Khajana was kept in the hands of the Singhs, and 2 of the Mughal commanders were killed. A short while later, when both sides had treated their injured and reinforcements had arrived, Choohaneeaa di Ladai was next. This time the Singhs received news that the Mughals were approaching, allowing time to prepare their trenches and battle tactics. With the Battle of Baasarkey still in their minds, both sides clashed heavily. The Singhs had tactically readied their guns and it was like it was raining bullets onto the approaching Mughal forces. Straight away around 100 Mughal soldiers were killed there and then. And when the Mughals replied with their firepower, the Singhs took cover in their trenches, resulting in minimum damage. Both sides fought bravely and eventually Nawab Ji ne 200 Sirlat Surmiyan nu leke halla marya, during which some of the Mughal commanders were killed, including Duni Chand, the nephew of Lakhpat Rai, and Tatar Khan, and Jaspat Rai's son Jamal Khan. Seeing their dead bodies on the ground, the Mughals quickly lost morale and dispersed in defeat. Sangaji, our itihas is endless, Many jungs happened, but essentially sometimes the Singhs would gain control and other times they would have to go and retreat into the jungles. Many times Colonel would hear that the Singhs had been finished and just days later he would hear that Singhs are coming to Lahore to attack. He wouldn't get that Khalsa Akal Purkh ki Fauj, Pragatyo Khalsa Paramatma ki Mauj. There is no one who can eradicate Sikhi. In fact, those who tried, one by one, were killed and sent to the hells by the Singhs. Next week, Zakaria Khan will change his tactics and attack the Amrit Sarovar. We will see how the Khalsa responds to this. Please forgive me for my mistakes. Lekha katana shuti hai, kin kin bhulan har, baksan har, baksla nanak par utar, Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.
Please like, comment, subscribe and share this video to spread the message of Sikhi. Make your daswan safala and donate so we can create more content like this. The link is in the description below.